Okay, my friends, welcome you all to this Wednesday class. Today, what we thought of doing is discuss a great man. And you know what? Yesterday I promised you. I promised you that every day we will try to talk about one great mathematician, and this way we will cover something beyond the school syllabus, above and beyond the school syllabus, because in schools they are more onto academics. But we owe a lot of what we enjoy today to these great scientists. Do you agree? Whatever we have, we owe a lot of it to these people, the great scientists, the great mathematicians, and we can learn a lot of things from them. We learn their formulas, we learn their ways of doing mathematics, science, but we don't know much about their lives. And you know why we don't learn about what they did in their life? Because it is not in our school class. Isn't it right? Okay, so today the verse you see written here, it is written by Mr. Isaac Newton. You see how beautiful his handwriting is. It is, I have taken it from Wikipedia and it is his handwriting. My goodness, this handwriting, beautiful, huh? And now what he says, what do you know about Isaac Newton? You can unmute yourself one by one and probably you can tell me, what do you know about Mr. Newton?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay,
nothing.
that's
I
fine.
know.
Okay, the next one.
Sir?
Yes, go ahead.
I know.
Sir, that he invented the color spectrum.
He invented color spectrum. If we put it right, this is a very good thing that you know. Basically, what he did, he found that white light consists of all these colors.
Red, green, and blue.
Yes. So do you know, before he did that, people used to think that there is some magic inside the prism itself. There is some chemical in the prism that separates the light. And when I read about it first time, I thought, my goodness, how intelligent I am. I already know about it. At that time, people were stupid. They thought there is magic in it. My goodness, we are so intelligent. But we are intelligent because of the intelligence they gathered. They gathered intelligence and we benefited from it. And now we claim to be more intelligent than all these people together.
That's cool.
Very good. This is one very good observation. He found the white light spectrum. Anything else?
He discovered gravity.
He discovered gravity. This is very good. You are Smita, right?
He discovered gravity.
Nidhi.
It's a very interesting thing saying that he saw an apple falling off a tree and then he said, why is the apple falling off?
Very good. This is very good. Many a times things fall on my head also, but I get a bump here, no idea. Something falls on my head, I get a bump. I would not stand here again. I would stand in another corner. This is what I will do. But this gentleman, Newton, he got the whole idea and he created the whole new mathematics and new concepts out of it. Very good. Yes.
And your computer
discovered.
screen is also made of red, green, and blue. If you don't have a prism,
Yes.
check it out. Or with a lens.
So he discovered gravity laws. Gravity was always present. Gravity, he did not discover gravity. Gravity was already there. He did not make or he did not discover gravity. He defined gravity. He defined that there are two objects. One has one mass, one has another mass. They attract each other. And how they attract, he created a whole science of it.
And this is gravity.
Yes.
See? This is the apple and he fall on the head.
But it is not falling on my head. So the gravity was already there. Huh? One thing I want to add here. See, this is what is called power of observation. See, before Newton, did nobody see anything falling? Nobody saw anything falling. Everything was falling. People were falling. Things were falling. Apples were falling. Rain was falling down on them. But nobody had the
idea of
power of observation. They did not observe the things the way Isaac Newton did. So when I talk to young learners and I ask, are you curious? They say, yes, we are curious. But being curious is not enough. Curiosity got the cat killed because she was curious, but she did not observe things properly. So we have to be curious, but we have to develop this observation power. We have to observe the things and then draw a conclusion from it. Very good. This Mr. Newton is credited with defining all the gravitational laws and lot of other things. Yes. One thing I want to tell you about I read his autobiography. I encourage all of you to read Isaac Newton's autobiography. The certain things I read there, I would share it with you. When he was small, first thing, he was born after his father's death. He had no father. Isaac Newton, his father died before he was born. And he was very weak. When he was born, his nurse, the delivery, she said, I could put him in a quartz mug. He was very weak and very frail. Then he grew up. He grew up without a father. He grew up with his relatives, his uncles, aunts, and his mother. I think his mother remarried. So he was staying with his uncle and all. Then he was very interested in making things happen. He was not a theoretical kind of guy. He was interested in, he was a dreamer. He would dream about things. He would borrow a box from somebody and say, oh, I will make a clock for you. So in that autobiography, there is something written like this, that he borrowed a box from one of his uncles and made a clock out of it. He would pour water, and with a drop of water, he created a clock. He used animal power to make mechanisms, and he was very good at making things happen. He was of the opinion that we can use universe power to make things better for us. And all his uncles and his relatives, they forced him into agriculture because that's what they were doing. So what he used to do, they would send him to market. Okay, go to market and sell this, and they would put a servant with him. They would say, encourage him to go to market. And what Newton did, he would say to his servant, you go to market, make the deals, finish everything, you will find me here. And he would be sitting somewhere reading his books. Well, one day his uncle found about his mischief. And you know what he said to him? I would read it from his book, what he said to him. Here it is written, either you are a great loafer or a great genius. Loafer means somebody who does not pay attention. He is not serious about anything. This is what is written. Either no, he writes. He said, go back to your studies, Isaac. Either you are a great loafer or a great genius. The Lord alone knows which one you are. Like, because he was stealing time from work, he refused to go to market to help their relatives. Instead, he was studying. So his uncle commented this: either you are a great loafer or a great genius. These kind of things may be happening in your lives also. Maybe you are interested in something and your parents, your relatives say, why you are wasting time here? They think something else is important for you. But what is important for you, already you know in that given time, right? Isaac Newton knew that studies are important for him, but his relatives said, No, going to market and selling stuff is important for him. Then Newton grew up. He ultimately landed in Cambridge. In 27 years of age, he was the professor in Cambridge, Trinity College. It is the same college where our Mr. Ramanujan went. Yes. You read about Cambridge and the great personalities who went to Cambridge. It is one of the gems of Britain. Anyway, so this is a little story about Isaac Newton. So we already know that Newton discovered laws of gravity. We have worked out an experiment for you to baffle you, and this experiment is called Newton's nightmare. And here is our scientist. this experiment is his favorite.
Sir, I saw the video.
Where did you see that? His video? You posted it already? Oh my goodness, you already blew the cover. Okay.
In WhatsApp.
In WhatsApp, that is just the preparation part of it. It is a small preparation video that we made, because when we come to the class, see, for me, your time is very, very important. You are leaving many important things and then coming to the class. So my responsibility is, I think that I have to give you the best possible in the given situation. Whatever we can prepare beforehand, we try. So I will shift the camera, get the camera from your mother, and we will shift the camera and I'll show you the experiment. We have two experiments. See what gravity does. Gravity pulls the things down, right? If you throw something, it goes down. Why it doesn't go up? Can anyone tell me why, if we leave something here, it always goes down?
So, but just say there's a lot of wind, right? Why isn't wind getting pulled to the ground, and then why is it not touching the ground and all of that? Why is it not only on the ground? Why is it in the air?
I can't understand your question. Tell me again, please.
So, you know, air.
Air, that is atmosphere.
Not atmosphere, the normal air. Like the air we breathe.
Normal air.
So
Yes.
that air, why doesn't the gravity come and pull that down? Oh, if you take a balloon and leave it, why does it go up?
Yes. This is where what Newton said. This is where our question is leading to. If I leave this, it goes down. Why doesn't go up? Because can somebody say what is the weight of this? How much would be the weight?
Around
very small weight, right?
500 grams,
20 grams like that.
grams.
But what is the weight of the earth?
50 grams.
But what
Trillion
is the
kg.
weight of the earth? Huge.
3 million
huge,
pounds.
huge.
I mean, not
Yes.
tons.
Yes. So, yes, that I don't know. I don't remember this kind of facts. Google is there. We simply Google it. I encourage you to do the same. Facts, stop remembering. Process, yes. Process, methods, logics, yes. But facts, the time for memory is gone. Now, see, if I am standing here and Shashwat is standing here, I am applying any force on him, pulling him? Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
You are, but it's,
This does not happen in Shah Rukh Khan films. People attract each other.
you actually are attracting Shashwat
Yeah.
because you have a very light force. So that's why
Very
you
right,
can't
very
feel
right.
each other's pulling.
Perfect.
Like
This
if
is
you-
the observation Mr. Newton did. You are absolutely right. Even if the mass is two very small masses, but they will still attract each other. A mountain standing out there is attracting you. A wall is attracting you, the floor is attracting you, the earth is attracting you, your sibling, brother, sister sitting beside you, they are attracting each other, but they are cancelling out everything. You are applying some force, something else is applying, everything cancels out, only the earth remains. This is why things fall.
Breaking, sir.
Yes.
What is
Yes. The same way, the atmosphere is also attracted. Otherwise, if the gravity goes away, all the air will go. Once the air goes, what will happen? You imagine. If there is no gravity on Earth, the atmosphere around us, it will vaporize.
We cannot
Once
eat
the
food or
atmosphere
do
goes away, what will happen?
pot.
Our oxygen cylinders will last. Terrible situation. Okay, now I will shift the camera and we will go to our experiment section, because talk is not, I don't like it. We will do some action.
Oh yes, and one thing, we are not gonna now use our stupid